Giggity, giggity, giggity goo.
Introducing the latest fragrance from Hellman's Mayonnaise. Salmonella. Experience the tantalizing blend of eggs, lemon, Dijon, and garlic.
Salmonella.
Savory notes that will leave you feeling bold and sophisticated, nauseous, and cramped.
Salmonella.
This fragrance is sure to give you the chills.
Salmonella.
Hellman's Salmonella. Available now in the condiments aisle of your local grocery store.
This is not headline news. Today is National Financial Awareness Day, or for those of us in radio, Vodka Awareness Day. Starbucks has replaced its current CEO with Chipotle CEO Brian Niccol. After running Mexican food and coffee companies, his next logical career move will be CEO of Charmin. A study finds classical music treats depression. And now you know why the Chicago White Sox replaced Take Me Out to the Ball Game with Mozart. And Mel Gibson attended Vince Vaughn's Hollywood Walk of Fame ceremony, as did Gary Busey, because he was sleeping on a nearby bench. This is not headline news.
Ken Lovejoy, he's the real McCoy. 4 days a week. Yeah, gonna tell you like it is and give it to you straight. Local, state, and national, these issues they can't wait. And it's Charlotte County Speaks. Charlotte County Speaks. Charlotte County Speaks.
In this present crisis, government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
This is Charlotte County Speaks, your chance to let your voice be heard on local, state, and national issues. And now, broadcasting live from a dumpy little warehouse behind a Taco Bell, the host of Charlotte County Speaks, Ken Lovejoy.
News Radio 1580 and 100.9 FM, WCCF Radio.com. This is Charlotte County Speaks. Ken Lovejoy with you on a Hump Day, Wednesday, 9:10 is the time. Our phone lines are open at 941-206-1580. Toll free, 888-441-1580. You can email us, the address ccspeaks@live.com. Miss a show, find them all at WCCFradio.com. Scroll down to the homepage. Look who's back from Georgia. It's Mike Imbasciani.
I am here. It's good to be back. The heat, not so great, but, you know, you don't realize what you got till you're gone, and it's a heat index of 102.
Yeah, we don't do heat indexes around here. You should know that.
The real feel.
You should know that.
The real feel.
Yeah, the real feel is the temperature outside.
Yeah. But you're still hot.
Yes. And once again, from Florida Straits, Jason Brunt in the house. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great, Ken. Thanks for having me on.
So what's going on?
Things are
What are
good.
you doing?
Things are busy. We're playing this weekend, folks. You can come see my band, Mike Imbasciani and his Blues Rockers, this weekend. For some reason, the internet's not loading, but I know it anyway because it's my gig this Friday, which is, the 16th. So, day after tomorrow, Friday, August 16th, over at Leroy's, downtown Punta Gorda. You coming out? Going to get your meatloaf on?
I don't know. Maybe. I'm flying out Saturday.
Oh.
Going up to Nashville.
That's right.
Joe Bonamassa at the Ryman. Yeah, baby.
Fancy,
Should be a
man.
good show.
Nice.
Looking forward to that.
The last time I was in Nashville, I was walking down the street, passing the Ryman, and I look, and Joe Bonamassa's 3 buses were parked next to it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Cool, that'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be a good show.
But
Looking forward to
Friday, Mike Imbasciani's Blues Rockers, Leroy's, downtown Punta Gorda, from 9 to midnight. So MikeImbassiani.com for the full show schedule.
Cool.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll come down and bug you.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
I brought something for the studio. I got to show it off.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, here. You got it? Yes. There you go.
I love it.
Right?
I love it.
Be very nice. Don't tread on me. You can back up.
It's got the
Watch
ear.
your coffee. There you go. Very nice.
It's got the ear.
Yes, folks, if you're
Goes
watching.
with the hat.
It goes with the hat, yes.
Yeah, but it's heavy enough. We're going to need something more than thumbtacks to be able to hold it.
Yeah, definitely. I know in a padded room they don't like giving you hammers and nails.
No. Well, because it's all metal behind there.
Yeah, true.
It's like it looks like an erector set.
Yeah.
Really, behind all these walls.
What about a Velcro?
That might work.
That might work.
Yeah.
That would work.
Yeah.
The
That would
3M.
work. Yeah.
Yeah.
On all
four sides.
all
yeah.
four sides.
Yes. And folks, for those of you listening, since this, you can watch the episode of this show eventually. I'll get it up online.
Eventually.
Eventually on Rumble and YouTube and Spotify on the Freedom Chronicles page. But you got the patch.
The patch
of the Don't Tread
Don't
on Me
tread
flag,
on me.
But instead of the
it's,
snake.
it's got an ear with a little bit taken out of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Trump ear.
The Trump ear.
Yes.
And so that's just a large picture. If you go to my Facebook page, you can see a picture of the patch. Mm-hmm. And this has been changed into a nice big, what is that?
Yeah.
How big is that?
It's wood. It's what? 2.5 by
2.5 by 1
I don't,
and a half.
Sure.
I don't know, something.
It's wood. It's
wood.
Nice. CNC machine, painted.
It's nice. Very nice.
Cornbread Customs out of Nebraska. They're cool.
Yeah, as good a job as they did on that, I think you're right. We need to get the logo,
CCF.
Station logo, and put it
awesome.
up back here.
Definitely.
Yeah. Cool.
Anyway.
206-1580, toll free, 888-441-1580. I saved this yesterday. It was kind of going off. I had all kinds of sound bites on just how crappy K-12 is nationally.
Yes.
And found this also. You don't see this very often. You're starting to see it more. People leaving the Democrat Party.
Yes.
This is Representative Susan Eggman, a Democrat from California, who is bailing on the party, and it's all because of the grooming situation, really. And she's got a couple of minutes here to tell you why.
I'm done. I'm done with us protecting people who would buy and abuse our children. I'm done. I don't want to send more black and brown men to prison. I don't want more people in prison, but I don't want people buying girls. I don't want people buying little girls anymore. And I'm tired of saying it's okay and that we have to protect the men who do it. As a mental health professional and as a social worker, I can tell you I've spent my entire career working with people who have been wounded. I'm not going to say beyond repair, but they have been wounded to their core by the abuse that's been heaped on them, oftentimes by those that they love and look to protect them. And if their parents won't do it, then by God, we should. Again, I am not arguing that we open the gates to flood our prisons with people, but I am arguing that we have a moral responsibility to say enough. Enough. We have given away enough on this area, and we've got to move back into the center, or we all look like fools and laughing stocks. And what do we stand for? I asked all of you to watch the documentary that Senator Grove was in, Senator from Kern County was just in, that talked about this very place in Sacramento where girls are being bought and sold. Men are being given a slap in the hand or a couple days, and then they're back out again, and they do the same thing. They get caught over and over and over again, and somehow that's okay. It's not okay. It is not okay anymore, and no more am I watching. Like I said, I'm leaving, but the rest of you who are going to be here for a while, let's get our stuff together and really start focusing on some of the important things. We talk about learning, and we talk about being safe. This is like at the core of it. And a lot of these kids can't be throwaway kids. They're poor kids. They're kids of color. But they shouldn't have to live a life determined by what happens to them by others at a very young age, and by have the Democratic Party of California say it's okay. It's not okay. And I'm not doing it anymore, and I hope none of you do too. We have to be able to draw a line, and for me, I'm drawing a line. I urge your aye vote.
Susan Eggman.
Yeah.
Finally had enough.
Then why is she leaving? Now because she's leaving, she feels like she can tell the truth.
Yeah. Well,
because she won't be attacked by all of her,
right.
her comrades, and she
Yeah.
won't be silenced, shut down. And
That's that's a shame. Then she's leaving. She's coming to this realization now. But
she's leaving the party, but she's also leaving the her position too. I guess she's termed out or something.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so now she's okay to speak about it. Hey, better late than never. Better late than never.
Hey, yeah, you got to take the wins where you get them.
Yeah.
This you see this pattern happen quite a bunch. Elon Musk was on the left. Joe Rogan was on the left. I myself was on the left for quite a long time. Once you open your eyes and you start actually seeing what that party is capable of and what they are doing, it's the cognitive dissonance. You want to deny it. It's like a husband who finds out his wife's cheating, he wants to deny it. But eventually you got to just accept the fact that, holy crap, these guys are Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
I mean, they've lost their minds. They're completely out of control. And then, we've all seen what's been going on with the Olympics, too. I mean, where do we draw the line when it stops?
And I just saw a transgender just got selected for the Paralympics, too.
I saw that.
Yeah.
You can't pick it out, when you look at the smorgasbord of like 6 of them standing there. You really can't figure out which one it is,
Woman, dude, woman.
Just towers like twice as high over and it's got an Adam's apple
and that
with
they're
its own
doing
goatee.
and that they're doing it in the Paralympics, again, just shows you how morally bankrupt they are and just what a bunch of sick pieces of crap they are.
So when he wins, he'll just go, hallelujah.
Yeah. And if you have any problem with it, then now I guess they can sue you, right?
Yeah, of course,
You can't make fun of me!
Well, that's what that Imane Khalif is doing, is they're suing now Elon Musk.
And sure enough,
Logan Paul.
What, for trolling him?
Yeah.
Oh, well, come on, boy. Bring it on,
Well, that's what I'm saying. Go to court. Go to
ahead,
court and prove
dude.
it. Go to
Bring
court,
it on,
prove
dude.
It. Yeah, I mean, you got XY, you're a male.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's got Swyer syndrome. Well, first off, Swyer syndrome is 46XYARD. It's still XY. It affects 0.0000125% of the population, which is about 10,000 out of over 8 billion.
He's a dude.
He is a dude. He's just a deformed dude. His parents might have done the right thing and say, you know what, that little thing you're swinging down there, that ain't going to cut it, so we're just going to ring you up as a girl. So that way you don't have any emotional issues.
Sure.
I get it.
That'll work.
But when they're like, hey, Dad, I want to try boxing, that's where a responsible parent's going to go, well, for the sake of every other female's face.
Every boy you fight beats the crap out of you. I want you to become a girl.
Unbelievable.
Well,
and then the one from Taiwan, I can never remember the name. It's like something hung, but that's another one with the XYs.
Yeah,
that's sitting there
both
smashing the crap out of women.
Both of them were rejected last year from
the
nationals or from the worlds,
and now
because they're dudes.
And now forever, the Olympics is tainted. And one of the U.S. gymnasts had her medal pulled. What was the reasoning for that?
I missed that one.
Yeah,
I heard there was some controversy, but her foot was out or something.
I did see that. Yeah. She was doing a.
They're going to be stringent, must abide by the rules for that. Strip her medal. We want the medal back. But they let a dude fight another dude for the women's gold.
Well, and it's okay to beat the crap out of women on your way to the gold.
Right.
Well, it wasn't the Paris Olympics. It was the DEI Olympics, because the woman with the and I may be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure that the woman, the gymnast, it was a question of whether her heel had touched the ground. But there's multiple angles showing that heel did not touch the ground. It came close, but it did not touch the ground. And this is where I'm not 100% correct. I'm accurate here, but I believe that was what was leading up to the all-black podium, where first, second, and third was all women of color. And she would have gotten on that podium, but had to get disqualified because, well, then it wouldn't be.
She's a white girl?
Yeah, there it is. Just like why Caitlin Clark's not in the women's team.
Yeah.
Inclusivity.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, names are going by the way here. A lot of names. A lot of names are just you're not hearing these names anymore at all. A whole list of old school names that people say will never ever become popular again.
Don't look, Ethel.
Ever. Elmo.
Well, who would name their kid Elmo?
He tickled one too many. Kermit the Frog.
They all Muppets?
Same thing.
Oscar.
Gay for women. Gaylord for men.
Gaylord, yes.
I can't imagine why that's not on the table.
Gee, who knew?
That's just
Ebenezer. Ebenezer.
Oh, yeah.
Who the hell's going to name their kid Ebenezer?
Somebody
who
likes
would do that
Christmas
to a
Carol.
child?
Yeah.
Who would do that?
Call him
really?
Eb. Hey,
that's
Eb.
abuse. Adolf.
Well,
obviously.
Yeah,
that
that makes sense.
That's been like that. But
that should be higher on the list.
Errol Flynn.
Come on, that'd be kind of
Errol.
if you're a cinema connoisseur.
Yes, Errol isn't. Actually, you could get away with an Errol.
Yeah.
Horace. Yeah.
No.
Karen.
Well,
again,
nobody wants to
obvious
be one
for obvious reasons. Fanny Flagg. Remember her? She used to be on all the game shows. Big redhead.
All we have now is Fat Fanny with the
ISIS.
Fat Fanny.
ISIS.
Yeah,
Nobody
Fannie
wants
Willis.
to be ISIS anymore. Well,
That's
a
what I was
lot of
talking
people want to be ISIS. They just don't speak English. Bartholomew.
I knew a girl named Isis once.
Really?
Yeah, that was her legitimate name. And then shortly after the whole conflict started, she had to go by her middle name because she was tired of
Ouch.
trying to tell.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I'm not affiliated.
Alexa.
Yeah, that'd be
Lance. Lance. I had a dog named Lance.
hard. Yeah.
Poodle. Phyllis. Cletus.
That was the one.
Hi, Cletus. Gary. Hey, Gary. Prudence. Charity, Chastity, and other puritanical virtue names. Archibald.
Archibald. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Archie. Oh, Archie. Broomhilda. Really? I thought that was just a made-up name anyway, but apparently Broomhilda. And Bertha. You remember Bertha?
Big Bertha.
Big
Bertha. She had, I think she had one sister, or...
For your information, Bertha had 3 sisters.
Oh, that's right.
Betty Butt,
Betty.
Bella Butt,
Bella.
and Bathsheba Butt.
There you go.
She started the Bertha Butt Boogie.
I said no question.
Don't you remember that one?
See, that's what's going to get this episode banned in Russia on YouTube.
This was in the system. That was a top 40 song, dude. That was top 40.
I'm sure.
Well, apparently
This is going to get this
some of the
will get
Queen's
us
Guard.
extradited. This will get us extradited to the UK. Oh, look at the time. We have to take a break. We'll be right back on News Radio 1580.
Are you even listening to me?
I hate guys that just push buttons all day.
They have no chemistry at all.
This cycle of jerks has to end.
You seriously should run with this.
Is this saying anything?
Let's go ahead and tear a station. Let's go to the bit they haven't picked.
I don't understand a word you just said.
We'll be right back with Charlotte County Speaks on News Radio 1580 WCCF.
God, I love my listeners. I do. And I love the messages that they send me. You know, Chris, did you see this? Did you see that story? Yeah, more often than not, I probably saw it. And, you know, they follow up. Were you surprised by this? No, not at all. The latest, no surprise at all. Editors at major news outlets telling their colleagues there, telling everybody else that we really gotta bury that iconic photo of Trump, the assassination attempt photo. We've got to bury that photo. Well, it's gonna put Trump in too good of a light. We've got to find a way to stop showing that photo. It doesn't surprise me, and this is nothing new. Goes back to the 1990s. They had little chat groups there, journalists, so they can all get themselves on the same page. Watchdog on wallstreet.com.
I can see you in the morning when you go to school. Don't forget your books, you know you've got to learn the golden rule. The teacher tells you stop your playing, get on with your work. And be like Johnny Too Good, don't you know he never shirks. He's coming along.
News Radio 1580, 100.9 FM, WCCFradio.com. Charlotte County Speaks at 9:31. Little Super Tramp. School's starting.
You have to be high on drugs to like this song?
No, but it was really cool in between two big Pioneer speakers on an album, which
True.
is much richer sound. And when this bass kicks in a little bit, always fun. Always fun.
There you go. It's the anticipation.
It is. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah.
Magical. Logical.
Even. I saw them. We got to see on the Breakfast in America tour, saw them senior year in high school. That was great.
That was
an
awesome.
Awesome concert. It was a great show.
Nice.
206-1580, toll free, 888-441-1580.
So I have two things.
What you got?
One, you had the historic, absolutely fantastic historic event. Records broken tremendously. So many records.
Billions.
Billions,
Billions
millions.
of people,
Millions
billions.
upon billions.
And more billions listening to it after the fact.
Yes. Of the Elon, and the Donald having a fantastic Twitter space. There was so much space.
So big we crashed it.
Yes.
They tried to stop us. They tried to assassinate me. Then they tried to do a DDoS attack on X.
Yes.
Took it down for how long? An hour?
It was
I
like
could never
40
get on.
minutes.
I couldn't get on.
It was 42 minutes, and then you were able to get on. Yeah,
I was not able to get on.
Not even after that?
No.
Oh,
It was
wow.
9 o'clock and I couldn't get on.
Wow.
So I just, and then Musk posted that he was going to repost those. So I'll just catch it later. It was 3 hours, the whole thing.
Yeah, the whole thing was too long. I don't like that it was audio only. Like, there should be video, I think.
I think there was a video, wasn't there?
It was just audio. It's the Twitter, it's the X.
Because that's all I
Spaces.
heard was the audio part.
It was just audio. But the big thing is Musk offers to work with Trump administration on Government Efficiency Commission. We have that. It's supposed to be the House of Representatives control the budget. They're just not doing that.
No, they don't know how to do that. They don't want to do that.
You don't need another committee to talk about how the other people aren't doing their job.
And
then spend more money on that committee to talk about how they need to stop spending so much money. But I thought good. Allegedly, Elon offered Harris the same type of
Turned it
interview.
down.
She said, no. No.
And those scumbags over in the EU were threatening
Oh, yeah.
Musk. Brazil even sent a threatening letter to Musk. It's like, screw you guys. I mean, you out yourselves as authoritarian tyrants when you don't when you crap yourselves over two people having a conversation.
And what did I see? Allegedly, a lot of the audience was under the age of 35. 77%, I think, were under the age of 35.
Good.
So good. Kamala's trying to force the young people to like her, and all she is cringy to them.
But she's not trying. It's the media and the left, her machine. She's buried somewhere.
It's a marketing
She's
campaign.
hiding
She's in the same
somewhere.
basement
She
with
thinks
Biden.
they think that they can get away with it, and I also think it's part of Cloward Piven to where they're deliberately rubbing the two worst possible human beings in the history of politics in the world as our candidates. This is who we're shoving in your face.
Yeah.
And they're doing it to not only piss us off, but look at the Democrat base. They've been completely and utterly disenfranchised, and half of them haven't even figured that out yet.
They're gonna give them. They're gonna give her 81 million votes too.
Yeah.
What all they're doing right now is just setting the stage to where when they do steal the thing in November, that
It's
they can
not
say,
gonna be
well,
believable."
it's she was doing really great. You see how popular she
No,
was.
she's a horrible human being. She's a political whore. That's exactly how
she's-
she got her career started. He is a stolen valor, complete and total waste of flesh. Thanks for your 24 years as a weekend warrior, douchebag, but you tried to pull the stolen valor. How many instances of him saying he was, he fought, I came home.
In enduring
Saying
freedom.
claiming that he had PTSD along with the other boys in his unit that came
And what
back.
they say, he was in Italy or something. So somebody said, what were you, fighting the mafia?
Yeah.
Fighting the cannolis?
I mean, there's so much to go after him on.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, just the way they backpedal this garbage. Like, so he comes out and they say, "Oh, well, he misspoke." That's not misspeaking.
No,
That's
it's
just
not. It's
outright
lying.
Not when
lying.
not when he does it again and again and again.
Not misspeaking.
Yeah.
Misspeaking requires like an immediate correction.
Yeah.
You know, and then he rode that wave for quite a long time.
On a brighter note, and maybe
notes?
you heard the commercial at the beginning. There's a brand new perfume out.
Oh, I heard about this.
And
I think I heard about
this is
this a football player?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a coworker come back from lunch with that distinctive smell of mayonnaise?
No.
Well, now that irresistible essence has been bottled, Hellman's partnered with Tennessee Titans quarterback Will Levis to re-release Will Levis number 8, a fragrance based on the smell of Hellman's mayonnaise. The scent combines hints of tart lemon, coffee, musk, vanilla, and a whisper of parsley.
There's coffee and mayonnaise?
Something they're calling mayonnaise accord. Whatever the hell that is.
Can't you just accomplish that by not showering for a couple weeks?
Yes, I don't know why you need to buy this.
Then you have some mayonnaise.
Then you actually have a little bit of product
just,
as well.
When you're at Subway, just ask for an extra packet.
Yeah.
Just a little dab behind the ears. Will supposedly worked with both Hellman's and an unnamed perfume company to develop it.
They want to stay unnamed.
And yes, there is a reason that it's mayo. Last summer, Will went viral for suggesting he squeezed Hellman's into his... Oh, he's the guy.
Well,
Mayo in the coffee?
Oh,
remember that?
That's why there's coffee in it, see?
He even earned a lifetime supply of Hellman's after saying that who the hell puts mayo in coffee?
Who uses mayo for anything, really?
Exactly. Well, you kind of need it for the tater salad.
Yeah.
You need it for the tuna fish. The tuna fish.
You gotta have it for the tuna fish.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll give you that.
But
he
you
later
mix in
clarified
just enough that you don't taste either.
Oh, okay. Here, he clarified he didn't actually drink coffee with mayo in it. It was just a stupid thing that he thought was funny. So he didn't really drink it.
But it got him an endorsement.
Got him a buy.
Got him free mayonnaise for the rest of his life.
Got him Will Levis number 8.
So what's that, like one jar that he'll end up using?
Yeah, right. One jar every 2 years.
Hey, it's only $8 a bottle.
Yeah.
Only $8 a bottle, and last time it was checked, they were sold out.
Of the perfume?
Yeah.
Wow. Now, is it perfume or is it cologne?
It says, it doesn't say.
Eau de toilette.
Eau de toilette. No, it does not say.
Yeah.
Just Will Levi's number8.com.
There you go.
Go check that out.
Yep.
Buy some today.
Probably
a gag
Probably
gift. This is better.
That would be funny, yeah.
This is better and worse at the same time.
Okay.
Coca-Cola teaming up with Nabisco for an Oreo-flavored soda.
No, some things you just don't do.
No.
You know, another one they got is
Why do
those
they
Slim
keep doing
Jims.
this? Why do they keep doing this?
I don't know.
Is it, it's almost like the food industry has become Hollywood, totally lacking in any creativity whatsoever. So let's just take a bunch of crap and mash it together.
Like you don't need a new soda.
See if it works.
You just need to mash together. Yes, because it makes, well, what's the joke? Oh, from Shop Around the Corner with the little candy boxes, the cigarette boxes that sang Ochachonia or whatever. And they go, it'll make cigarette smokers out of candy lovers and candy lovers out of cigarette smokers. So it's the same thing. It'll make soda lovers out of the Oreo fans. It'll make Oreo fans out of the soda lovers. That's the idiot in the marketing department.
I think it's going to make Coke lose money on this
exactly.
deal. On this deal.
But it's a bunch of Gen Zers sitting around a table trying to make their paycheck worth it for the company.
This is because of medical marijuana.
They couldn't get it.
Man. What would be awesome, man? If we had like the cookie
Dude, check it out. Check it out. Oreo flavored Coke.
Whoa! You see how they got the Slim Jims that are flavored Dr. Pepper?
Oh no!
I tried one. Slim, awful. One bite, spit it out.
Yeah, that fizz is salmonella.
The fact that you bought it.
Yeah, because
you buy that with the mayonnaise perfume and the Oreo.
I think I walked by a medical dispensary, so
so you got the whip.
Next thing I know, I'm like, all right, dude, what am I gonna get here?
God, circling the drain.
Yeah. Dip your Twinkie in your Mountain Dew, right?
And work-wise, nobody's got balls anymore. No management. It just seems like we're going to wait for the lawyers and the HR people to figure. We have to talk to the DEI representative first before we make any decisions. 38% of companies now are just laying people off rather than firing them because they don't want to hurt their feelings. They want to give them. We're just laying you off.
Yeah.
It's just
You could come back.
Just temporary.
You can come back, just not to be paid.
Just not here.
80% of bosses said their company has laid somebody off in the past year when they could have fired them for cause.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes
Isn't it
it's
the
out
same
of kindness, like to avoid hurt feelings or to help out with severance, but the number one reason they do it is more self-serving, to avoid a mutiny. Here are the top 4 reasons companies will lay you off rather than fire you outright. To maintain company morale, 62% of bosses cited it as a reason. So we react better if we think our friend got laid off because the money just wasn't there, rather than he was watching porn all day on his laptop.
Nothing boosts morale like cutting 38% of the workforce. But
yes,
you're still here.
Hey, you're here.
Yeah, you are essential.
And guess what? We got more work for you.
Yeah.
That is poor management. Manage with respect, but also with a little bit of the fear. And you can use a good firing and make a great example for the rest of your entire
I would agree with
crew.
that. Yeah. However, in our litigious society that we have today, they do it to avoid wrongful termination lawsuits. That comes in at a close second, 59%. We just need to lay off. The money's not there, rather than you suck, you're gone.
Well, it's that infamous, it's why I was laid off. Hostile work environment. You create a hostile work environment.
Yes.
Which is so vague.
Yes.
So vague.
Considering you were the HR guy.
Yeah, I know. Well, here's a fun fact about HR and hiring practices in corporate America. So over the past 2 years since the push for DEI, 94% of all hires have been BIPOC people, and only 4% white men.
Yeah.
Tell me that's not racist,
Sounds
right?
racist
So how
to
is
me.
this inclusivity when we make up 70% of the workforce?
Yes.
Well, don't worry. Depending on what those jobs are, they'll be rotating, because regardless of regardless of your color, if you suck at that job, you're not going to last. You're going to be gone.
No, and what's the worst that'll happen? A plane might just fall out of the sky. And
A door might
explode,
fall
or
off
the
at
door
30,000
fall
feet.
off, or,
Window crack and a pilot gets sucked out the window.
Or, somebody that used to sleep with Montel Williams becomes president.
Hey! Or was Willie Brown's side action.
Yeah, a little side piece.
Some people, 54% of managers said that they lay someone off rather than fire them to help them out with a severance package.
Okay.
I guess that
There you
helps
go.
them out.
If they weren't like a horrible employee and they're just getting fired.
Yes. To avoid hurt feelings, 38%. The old line, I think you're great, but corporate gave me no choice. According to the poll, layoffs that aren't really layoffs are more common than you'd think. Half of the bosses polled said at least 75% of layoffs that their company made in the past year weren't really about cutting costs.
Okay.
What was the reason?
Hey, you kids out there, get back to work.
Hit the button.
I did. It
work.
didn't fire right. Damn, blew it
He's an
again.
idiot.
There we go.
Parents are probably idiots too.
Ken Lovejoy and Charlotte County Speaks will be right back on News Radio 1580 WCCF.
I went to a party and I met this guy who had the word Cheetos tattooed on his knuckles. And the first thing I said to him was, you need to put some gloves on, dude. You're going to get shot. This is Doritos territory. We got to talking. I asked him, I was like, how'd you get the tattoo? He said, me and my friends were smoking a blunt the size of a baby. I got really hungry and I said, I would do anything for Cheetos. And his friend was like, anything for Cheetos? I was like, wow, that's a great story. And then I spent the rest of the night trying to get him drunk so I could convince him to get his fingertips tattooed orange.
Rio Grande. Not a lot of men, a lot of young boys right now from the Rio Grande. Crossing the Rio Grande.
Yes.
Crossing the
With
Rio
backpacks.
Grande. Backpacks. And stuff like that.
Nice 511 backpacks. Too.
Ooh, yeah.
They're expensive.
Yeah. Nice tents, too. They've been given nice tents.
Mm-hmm.
Soros really decks them out for their trip, doesn't he? It's awesome.
Should have invested in Coleman stock.
Yeah. News Radio 1580, 100.9 FM, WCCF. Charlotte County Speaks, Hump Day Wednesday, 9:51's the time. Phone lines open 941-206-1580, toll free 888-441-1580. 268 years ago today, 1776.
Yes.
Daniel Boone married 16-year-old Rebecca Bryant. You could do that back then. We won't let you do that today. But you could do that back then.
Right.
Marry a 16-year-old.
Yes. How old was he?
I don't know. But their marriage lasted 56 years and they had 10 children.
Wow. Okay.
Including one named Jemima. So there
you go.
All right. 123 years ago, 1901, on this date, Nurse Clara Mass was so determined to prove yellow fever was spread by mosquitoes, she allowed herself to be bitten by one, and she was right, dead within 2 weeks.
That's
He was 42 at the time.
Ooh, well, there you go.
Like the ancient equivalent of taking the
Couldn't
next
do
booster,
that
right?
today.
No.
Mr. Boone could not do that today.
No.
1935, on this date, 89 years ago, President FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, signed the Social Security Act into law, creating unemployment insurance and pension plans for the elderly, and eventually the lazy, illegal aliens.
Yes.
79 years ago, check this out, VJ Day.
Hey,
VJ Day
nice.
today. World War II ended, 1945, Japan's surrender. Of course, we had to nuke them twice, but
yeah.
they didn't listen the first time.
They got the point after the second one.
Yes.
When I was out in Arizona last August, I found at a little rummage sale in the parking lot with all these little boots, it was already framed, and it is the Peace newspaper article.
Oh, cool.
Of VJ Day.
Oh, cool.
When I was just in Georgia at the same type of place, Black Bear Antiques, it's called, in Blue Ridge. Cool place, ton of little vendors and stuff in there. I found, and I guess it had just been brought in, War. Hitler invades Poland from the Tampa Bay newspaper, framed and everything. So now I have War and Peace.
That's cool.
I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no doubt. That's fun. 71 years ago, 1953, David Mullany Sr. noticed his son was having a difficult time playing baseball because he was always breaking windows and are losing the balls on the school roof. The kid also showed no skills at throwing a curveball. That's when he made the son become a girl. And no, I'm kidding. So
now he's a boxer.
So Mr. Mullany took a round-shaped perfume carton and cut slots into both halves. And when he threw the ball, it curved. The wiffle ball. It was the invention of the wiffle ball in this date, 1953. 39 years ago, 1985, Michael Jackson bought the publishing rights to most of the Beatles catalog.
Yeah, that's right. And then when he died, it all went to Sony, and that's when they released everything, all the anthology and stuff in 2009. And then Paul McCartney just bought it back recently.
Yeah.
And that's why they're doing all the documentaries and stuff now.
Allegedly died.
Right.
I don't think he did.
Who?
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
No?
No, I think he cashed out. I don't think he died. There's some huge things like the Conrad Murphy, the doctor with the propofol. There was no death certificate signed on the official death certificate. The middle name was completely wrong.
Is he hanging out with Prince?
The body bag that we used by the Los Angeles coroner was not the same
I
colors.
haven't played that one. I haven't pushed that button in a while.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a whole rabbit hole we can get into. But
Damn,
I'm
son.
90.
Yeah,
I'll put
missed
my
that
life
one.
savings on that. I think he cashed out and took off.
24 years ago, on this date in 2000, riot police fired pepper spray and rubber bullets into it. Why can't they do that today? I mean, you got lots of colleges that are just begging for pepper spray and rubber bullets. 9,000 people at a Rage Against the Machine concert outside the DNC in L.A.
Right.
Isn't that irony? Next week.
Yeah.
Isn't that irony? Next week
The 19th.
in Chicago.
Oh, yeah. That should go well.
How many riots? You predict there's going to be riots?
Oh, yeah.
Are they going to stop shooting people in Chicago just for that week?
No.
No.
All right. I'm just
Isn't it weird that Rage Against the Machine is now part of the machine?
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
Heavily.
Yeah.
Heavily.
What a shame.
50 million people lost power in a blackout that hit the northeastern U.S. and part of Canada on this date in 2003. Bruno Kirby, great actor. You remember him? He played Billy Crystal's friend in both City Slickers, if you saw those.
Haven't seen that.
When Harry Met Sally, he was Billy Crystal's friend in Harry Met Sally, too. Yeah,
Nice.
Died of leukemia at 57.
No.
What else? That's it. 9 years ago, we had Straight Outta Compton was released with Corey Hawkins as Dr. Dre and O'Shea Jackson Jr. as his dad, Ice Cube.
Never saw it.
Yeah, I missed that one too.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's streaming. Streaming somewhere.
I just saw the Deadpool Wolverine movie.
Now that is huge.
It was very well done.
Huge. It's over $1 billion now. It's doing very well.
Very well done. Very funny.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Well, you know it's going to be funny with Deadpool.
Yeah, and they really, they go hard.
Cool.
Yeah, it was
Good.
very well done.
Good.
Very well done.
I was fully prepared to just get up and leave if they woked it out because it was a Disney thing. But
Yeah. No,
I'm very surprised how they pulled it off. They did not push any agendas.
And
it
with
was,
the
it was
success
good.
of that should be a wake-up call for them, and that should push them in the better direction.
Yeah.
You would hope.
You would hope. They probably won't, but,
Well, some of these big-name actors with a lot of money, they can also,
they steer it in the direction they want.
They
That's
can
Ryan
steer
Reynolds.
that. Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Hugh Jackman.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what's weird is that Ryan Reynolds seems like a cool guy. And Blake Lively, I've always thought's been hot.
Yes.
But there was a story yesterday in the prep of how they don't like her. It was stories of people that worked with the worst actors on sets.
Really?
And she was one of them. They said she was really snotty. I'm like, really? She doesn't come across like that in the movies.
I don't know.
Because I had to sit through all the Traveling Pants movies with my daughter.
Oh, she was in that? Okay.
You can never take him at face value for the character they play.
I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Tom
I
Hanks
guess.
seems pretty cool on film, but outside he's kind of a pedo. So
That's what we understand.
And Tom Cruise.
No longer an American citizen either.
Hey, Tom Cruise, why are you packing fudge over there?
Hey, Will Smith, what are you doing in there with that guy? Fake News Radio Update. We'll be back with more whatever this is.
WCCF Punta Gorda.
News Radio 1580.
Charlotte County's only news talk radio station, serving you around the clock.
It's Wednesday, Gary.
I know that, Janet.
What day is it today?
It's Wednesday. Jesus, it's only Wednesday?
Get some coffee. You woke me up.
Definitely need my coffee.
You know what I really need?
What?
What do you need?
Caffeinated bacon.
Genius.
I can get behind that.
Hump day, am I right, buddy?
Yes, yes.
Let's light this candle.
You know what time it is?
What is it? Showtime.
In this present crisis, government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
This is Charlotte County Speaks, your chance to let your voice be heard on local, state, and national issues. And now, broadcasting live from a dumpy little warehouse behind a Taco Bell, the host of Charlotte County Speaks, Ken Lovejoy.
Hola! ¿Cómo está?
Très bien.
News Radio 1580, 100.9 FM, WCCFradio.com. This is Charlotte County Speaks, hour number 2 on a Hump Day Wednesday. Phone lines are open for you, 941-206-1580, toll free, 888-441-1580. You can email us, the address ccspeaks@live.com. Miss the show, find them all at WCCFradio.com. Just scroll down to the podcast section. Mike Imbasciani along for
Good
the ride.
morning.
Jason Brunt from
Yes.
Florida Straits here too. What's going on, gentlemen?
Well, it's actually the United States of America now.
Oh,
We've
is that what you
officially,
changed it?
Officially
That's right.
rebranded,
Okay. All right.
new website. We've got some spokespeople. I think I can say it now publicly because it's confirmed. But Milo Yiannopoulos is going to be working with
Milo,
us.
really?
Yep.
How's
And,
he kind of lost touch.
I mean, he
Fell off the face of the earth there for a while. Where's he been?
He's only on X, really. I mean, he's banned off of every single
Yeah.
other platform
Yeah.
because of his, provocateur behaviors. But he's going to be working with us as in some sort of ambassador type form. So
Cool.
Curious to see how that develops and how we
awesome.
can
There you go.
trigger some of these
Get him on
blue
the
hairs
show.
around.
Yeah.
Well, if I could take a minute.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
We accomplished quite a bunch in Florida. Obviously, we pushed for the House Bills 1557, 1069. That's a little bit old news now. Got the bridges no more lit up in rainbow colors. Now it's Freedom Summers. And, of course, not completely 100% us, but we're pushing, in a lot of petitions. The big one that I think I love the best because I live here in Charlotte County is as of this year, school year, we have officially had all of the safe space rainbow stickers taken off of every teacher, guidance counselor, and principal's office in all 27 schools of Charlotte County.
Nice.
They are forbidden. They are banned. We are now going to celebrate the student body as a whole without segregating different social classes against one another. And it is a beautiful thing.
I agree.
And to give credit where credit's due, the assistant principal of Port Charlotte Middle School, when we found that there was flags still in one of the classrooms, they immediately addressed the issue, took them off the walls, and put that issue to bed. So I will say kudos and props to our new superintendent down here in Charlotte County Schools. And believe it or not, the school board actually chimed in and lived up to their end of the deals to
hear.
create less of a divisive space. So this is now 4 counties in the state of Florida that have made this resolution to take these divisive stickers out of their schools and classrooms. And it would be really great if we can get the other 63 counties to get on board.
Indeed.
And you're proving the point of you are making it aware to everybody of what's happening. You're asking these people to do their job and get it out of the schools. And when they actually do it, you don't have a problem with them anymore.
None at all. And my promise to them was if you do this, I'll leave you alone. So I guess now I have to leave them alone, which is why we're going to take it to all 50 states and see if we can't trigger some twits out in California.
Good luck in my home state of Washington.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm fully aware I'm getting ready to throw some eggs at a brick wall, but, that's all right. That's all right. Let's make some stains.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know how I feel about unions. Government unions in particular need to be axed immediately. I mean, they suck. They're horrible. All they are is money laundering arms for the Democrat Party, as are most trade unions as well. But what's different is that in the trade unions, the workers are mostly all for Trump. It's the leaders of the trade unions that are, and as you see, the UAW after Musk and Trump's conversation, they're going to sue. What? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
What are you going to sue them for?
What?
Because of what they said? Because it's true.
Yeah.
The UAW, they're pricing themselves out of a job. They're letting them be priced out of a job. This whole switch over to EVs has been a complete and total failure that they're not willing to admit yet.
Yeah.
But the statistics speak for themselves. So I don't know what's going on here. But Frank Luntz, the guy who can, he's gotten darker on both the beard and the hair. No, I was wrong. He can dye his hair, but not his beard. Okay.
Uh-huh.
He's got kind of a deep...
only McCarthy knows what it truly looks like.
Yes, exactly. He helped him color it.
With no hands.
But Luntz was sitting with a CNN panel of woke douchebags, and Luntz himself is a woke douchebag. But Luntz, it at least showed him the truth with his polling and all his focus groups.
His little it's Karl Rove that has the whiteboard.
Yes. The union workers are Trump's winning over all the not the public unions, not the teachers, not the psychotic freak show groomer unions that are government unions, but the trade unions. Trump's winning over. He's not winning over. It's the leadership of these trade unions are still all in for Biden, but the union workers are disagree with their leadership completely, and it freaked out the people on CNN, understanding the reality of you got a whole bunch of union workers that what's the Democrat Party done for them?
Yeah.
What's the Democrat Party
Nothing.
done for
Blow
unions?
smoke
What have
up
they
their
ever done
asses.
for
That's the only thing they ever
anybody?
do.
They've done
That's all
nothing.
they ever do.
Take their union dues.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe that when I thought I think this is so insane because you don't make enough anyway as a minimum wage worker in California at a fast food restaurant. Why would you unionize? You're only getting more money sucked out of your paycheck for union dues.
Well, what did I see? Disney's union got higher pay for the theme parks, I think. They got higher pay, and then the next day or 2 days later, a bunch of them got laid off. So it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you're fighting for more wages. Okay, it's like, look, eventually it's like the $20 an hour.
Yeah.
In California, they've already gotten $20 an hour, and now they want $21 an hour because $20 an hour and it never will be enough. No. I keep trying to tell you because every time you get a raise, the cost of all your businesses go up. The cost of your burgers go up. A bunch of you get fired. The franchisee decides to automate more.
Yep.
Yes.
You guys are...
That's what it leads to is the automation.
Exactly.
You're seeing it everywhere.
At Universal in Orlando, they just renovated one of the restaurants, and the fry cook is one of those machines like you see in a car manufacturing plant.
Food.
They're doing it right down the road. Yeah, that little bowling alley, Port Charlotte Lanes, the bowling alley thing. Yeah. They got a little robot that delivers you. So you got to order your food at a kiosk.
I've seen that. Yes.
And then when you're sitting at your table, this little robot with shelving comes around. It navigates through people. It comes up and it greets you and delivers your food.
And when you smack it on the back, it takes you to HR.
I guess it probably would, but no, we left. We left. We didn't. We said, I'm not paying for this garbage. We got up and left. It's like they're taking jobs away from people.
I went to a restaurant in Arizona last year. It was an Italian restaurant. They had a waitress that took your order, and then the food was delivered by this robot. It was weird.
No tip.
Well, clearly no tip.
No tip.
No tip. You don't get tipped for that.
Nope.
You bring the food. That's why I'm tipping you. I give you my order. You bring me the food.
Yeah.
You treat me nice. You refill my drink. You bring me dessert. I give you a tip. I give you my order and you send little R2-D2? I'm sorry. That ain't...
All I think about is Steve Buscemi and Reservoir Dogs. You get a petition, I'll sign it. You put it up to a vote, I'll vote for it. If I'm here for breakfast, all I'm getting is coffee. I want my coffee cup filled at least 5 times, not 3 times.
Yes, exactly.
Now, as an employer, if you are worth the dollar you're asking for, I have zero problem paying for what you're worth.
Right.
The problem is these jackwagons, they keep wanting more money and more money per hour, and the productivity goes down.
Yeah.
Yes. I try to be as vague as I can.
There's nobody in a fast food restaurant that is doing a $20 an hour job.
No way.
No.
They're not doing a job that's worth $20 an hour. They're getting $20 an hour because the owner of the franchise has to pay you $20 an hour. You're not doing $20. It's obvious.
Yeah.
And because you're getting $20 an hour, that manager now wants $25 or $30 an hour, which means the cost of everything starts going up. So it's not only government creating inflation by printing up all the money, it's government creating inflation by demanding that the minimum wage keeps going up exponentially every year. And there's a lot of stupidity in people that they just don't get that, and then they wonder why. Like we're in the third year now. Are we up to 15 now here? Okay,
Yeah.
So we're up to 15.
Well, 12.
12. Okay, 12. Okay, so
11.98,
next year it finishes at 15. And what do you see? The prices of everything going up. And people who are making this 15 are bitching about 15 now.
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
I had a guy working for me, and we were paying him about $25. and productivity just went down after the big raise, completely stifled. So removed him, rehired him back at a later date at about $4 less, because that's what was worth. Works twice as hard now. It's a weird sliding scale. It's this entitlement mentality. Is once you feed the entitlement monster, it just doesn't stop spreading. It's a virus.
Well, and nobody takes pride in their work anymore either.
No.
So even, I mean, it's young kids who are working these types of jobs, but it is also middle-aged and older people now because they have to.
Yeah, because again,
right, because everything's
inflation
gone up,
and
right.
the economy,
and it's a
everything's
vicious
gone up.
circle. But maybe if you took pride in what you did and actually pretended to enjoy yourself, you would enjoy yourself,
and you
it
wouldn't
might
be
help
at that
too.
minimum wage job for very long. You
Right.
move up the ladder.
Stepping stones is what it takes. Is you put time in and learn how to do it correctly. You know, go somewhere to eat.
We gotta go to break now. These damn kids. It's these damn kids.
No, it's not the damn kids.
It's everybody.
It's everything.
Dare you fill my head with such loathsome propaganda?
More propaganda coming up with Ken Lovejoy and Charlotte County Speaks on News Radio 1580 WCCF.
I was pleasantly surprised and encouraged this past week with a few stories that nuclear power is growing. It's growing. There was one actually out of Greece where they are now considering building smaller modular nuclear reactors in their country. Also the story, this is out of the UAE. UAE is considering building a second nuclear power plant to meet its surging electricity demand. And Australia as well. Australia has been averse to nuclear power, and now they're saying, you know what, we have to get on board. People, you need to do your homework when it comes to this. Do your homework when it comes to this and understand what the potential is. And again, especially people that are into the whole green thing, this is the solution to your problem. Watchdog on wallstreet.com.
Oh, people, look around you. The signs are everywhere. You've left it for somebody other than you to be the one to care. You're lost inside your houses. There's no time to find you now. While your walls are burning and your towers are turning, I'm gonna leave you here and try to get down to the sea somehow. The road is filled with homeless souls, every woman, child, and man who have no idea where they will go. They'll help you if they can. But everyone must have some thought that's gonna pull them through somehow. While the fires are raging hotter and hotter, but the sisters of the sun are gonna rock me on the water now. Rock me on the water. Sister, will you soothe my fevered brow? Rock me on the water. I'll get down to the sea somehow. Get down to the sea somehow.
News Radio 1580, 100.9 FM, WCCFradio.com, just about 10:26 on a hump day Wednesday. Jackson Brown.
You feeling okay, Ken?
Rock me on the water.
A lot of sad music today. Feeling okay?
Listen to the lyrics, man. Listen to the words, dude. Listen to the words.
Always the words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta listen to the words.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. 206-1580,
Sounds
toll
like both of
free,
you guys need a
8884. Hey, it's either meaningful music or the Aztec death whistle. What's it gonna be?
Maybe we can close out with Enya.
So speaking of the
Whatever
Olympics,
happened to Enya?
right?
I'm pretty sure everybody that listened to him brought a toaster in the bathtub, so they just stopped.
Sales cut drastically.
Yeah, right. Dimon.
So speaking of the Olympics, we were talking about it on the break. On Monday, the Olympic Committee announced that the 2028 Games in Los Angeles will not include any boxing category.
Really?
The committee blamed the International Boxing Association, slyly hinting at financial problems, not mentioning gender, and ruled that the sport may not return until it is, quote, organized by a credible, well-governed international federation. Well, they were the ones who did ban the two trannies.
Yeah. The Olympic Committee is the one who let the trannies in, beat the crap out of women.
Right.
It wasn't the International Boxing Association.
No.
So,
it
and
was
they
you
did legitimate
douchebags.
tests, and there was no appeal. That's the big thing, no appeal. The tests were done, and these two characters didn't appeal it. Well, Something Hung, he didn't appeal it at all.
He's too small.
Yeah,
He's too small.
he didn't
He's
appeal it.
vagina.
But I'm
He's
a-
vagina. Look.
I don't want to.
But I'm a man Khalif appealed and then retracted the appeal. So what does that tell you?
Yeah.
It tells you that, well, there's probably a reason.
Yeah.
Because you're swinging
Two
the XYs.
dudes.
Yeah,
Two
you
dudes.
got the XYs.
Two dudes beating the crap out of women in the Olympic Committee. Who cares? I mean, by 2028, one, are we even going to be here? And two, is California going to be able to pull off? Yeah. I mean, look how much money China pissed away. Look how much money France pissed away.
They'll say, look how much... We got tons of great tents for you right by the river.
Look how much money L.A. doesn't have.
Yeah, exactly.
And what are they going to do with the homeless then?
Feces skating in the street.
Yeah, there you go.
Olympic sport right there.
Mountain bike. The mountain bike.
And it's California, so the mountain bikes won't have any seats.
No, but that's the thing.
Ouch.
You have to dodge the piles of feces and the needles on the mountain bike.
Right.
Part of the obstacle course. Before we get to the park trails, we're going to send you through downtown.
Yes. In other news, unfortunately, the squad will stay as two.
The squats.
The squats.
Squats.
Yes.
Yes. And little Elon, the
Ilhan Omar.
The little terrorist from Somalia, who's now living in Somalia in Minnesota.
Yeah, New Somalia.
In New Somalia.
New Somalia.
That little terrorist, it was kind of funny how 0% reporting, 0%
I have
reporting.
it. Yes. In Minnesota District 5, at 8 p.m., the polls close. At 8:15, 0% counted. 8:30, 0%. 8:45, 0%. 9 p.m., 0%. 9:22, 5% counted. 9:37, 99.5% counted.
They're all counted.
Totally 100% legitimate.
She
Nothing
won.
at all suspicious. Congrats, Ilhan Omar.
Keep it moving along. Nothing to see here, folks.
Yes.
Yep.
So
she's an anti-American terrorist in our Congress. She needs to be broomed. But again, we don't have any politicians with balls anymore.
No.
We've just got a bunch of cucks and just effeminate go along to get alongs.
Yep.
Bunch of step and fetchits.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's part of the deep state cabal. I mean, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to get rid of.
So basically, they got rid of the two weak squats with
Cori Bush
and Bowman there.
Yeah.
What a douche.
Now, what is Tlaib up, or when is her thing?
Blubbering broad. I don't know.
Rashida Tlaib, and then you have AOC. So there's three left, I guess. AOC.
Their power's diminishing. Their time is diminishing because they're, again.
And also because the old Democrats, like Schumer and Pelosi, don't like them.
Well, they're aging out.
Yeah.
I mean, Steny Hoyer just had a stroke. He's 85. Clyburn's like 84 or something. They're all circling the drain.
They are. And ushering in this brand new radical progressive party.
Who are going to lose because they're so stupid. They don't have... I mean, you can say what you will about the Democrat Party. They're not as smart as they used to be in pulling crap off. They're very bad at it now. And maybe it's because they don't care anymore and they don't want to have to wear the mask anymore.
Right.
But
ever since Hillary.
Yeah. But they just suck at what they're doing. They're horrible people. They can't manage piss in a men's room. I mean, these people are just horrible. And so I don't see how they maintain their power because they're not tough enough to do it with force because we've still got too many guns.
Yeah.
So they're not tough enough or capable enough to do it by force. So how are they going to pull this off? You know they're going to try and steal the election again. They just are.
And that's
right here,
100%
DEF CON.
guaranteed.
Las Vegas had their annual DEF CON. I guess it was the
the
top
hacker convention,
top
yeah.
hackers in the world. And what's weird about this is that
Who agrees to have that convention?
Politico reported on this. Politico report. All these hackers were all able to break in to our voting machines at this DEF CON conference in LA. Politico's reporting on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your voting machines aren't secure at all.
No.
They're very easily hacked. But here you are, safest and fairest. Elon Omar, that little terrorist out there, Smalley, she won fair and square.
Yeah.
Fair and square, I tell you what.
No doubts about it. You have become a great showman.
Ken Lovejoy's coming right back with more Charlotte County Speaks on News Radio 1580 WCCF.
She had a dream, boy, it was a good one. So she chased after her dream with much desire. But when she got too close to her expectations, well, a dream burned up like paper and fire. Paper and fire, sticking up the ashtray. Paper and fire, smoking up the alleyways. Who's to say the way your man should spend his day? And smoking like paper and fire.
News Radio 1580, 100.9 FM, WCCF. Hump Day Wednesday, 1036.
Nothing like some rock accordion there.
Little John Cougar Mellencamp there, by golly. Is it Johnny Cougar? Is it John Cougar Mellencamp? Or is it just Johnny?
Oh, you went from John Cougar Mellencamp to John Mellencamp to John Cougar, and then I think it's just Mellencamp now.
Ken, is that your phone? Somebody's having a problem with
not my
joints and motors. It's your iPad.
Oh, is this? Yeah, it's my iPad. On our national day. It's National Navajo Code Talkers Day.
Oh.
Remember the
They're
Navajo
cool,
Code
yeah.
Talkers?
World War
It's a cool
II.
movie.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
I haven't seen that. I know the story, but
National Creamsicle Day. Oh.
Love the creamsicles.
Used to love the creamsicles as a kid.
Insane
Mom
Cones has good creamsicle flavor.
Mom worked at Safeway, so all the damaged ice cream
Yeah.
boxes got brought to our house, wound up in the freezer downstairs.
That's not
and
a
then
bad
in Kenny's
side
tummy.
perk. It's not a bad side perk at all.
No.
And yeah, National Creamsicle Navajo Code Talkers. That's it. That's all we
That's
got.
it?
That's all there is today.
Okay.
The other day we had like 5, 6
yeah.
things. Jeez.
Creamsicle Day, though, that's good.
You gotta like creamsicles.
You don't need a lot when it's National Creamsicle Day.
No,
That takes up most of the
it really
day.
does. I mean, because everybody likes creamsicle.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like a creamsicle?
Yeah.
I prefer it with vodka.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Interesting.
A little Smirnoff vanilla, a little
orange.
orange.
All right. Okay. 206-1580, toll free, 888-441-1580. So Obama's behind everything.
Yes.
Top hackers can break into the
Dominion
machines.
machines,
Chicago's teachers unions are just bat crap crazy. Domini Britain sinks into totalitarianism. What else? What else do we
J.D.
have?
Vance has been put on the kill list by Ukraine's Molfar.
But you have to understand that we're running Ukraine. So
Right.
essentially, the United States State Department put J.D. Vance on a hit list.
Well, considering they already tried to kill Trump.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they'll do it again.
And they will try again.
They will do it again.
Yeah.
They are scum. They don't get it.
No.
They're not going to get it until we're gnawing on their skulls. And by then, it's going to be too late because we will have no mercy.
Yeah, well, let's hope there's enough of us willing to do that because it seems like we just keep getting dumber, and more complicit over the years and generations. Gen Z has a little bit of hope.
Yes,
From what I'm
I
looking
am
at.
seeing.
Slightly.
I'm seeing
Yes.
some signs of life. in the Gen Z, which
like a phoenix rising. Maybe
Yes.
sometimes you need to burn it to the ashes and then kind of climb out.
well,
for
and they would be
success.
the ones because now we're the anti-establishment.
Yes.
Yeah. When the heck did Christian conservative ever
we're the
become punk
counter-
rock?
Became the new counterculture.
Yeah. Corey Feldman, did you see that guitar solo?
Yes.
Did you see that?
I've seen.
no.
Did you see what I sent you?
With his shirt off.
I know.
Ew.
And the pants.
Ew.
What's with the glitter? Like
He's Corey Feldman.
Yeah,
what do you
I know.
want? What do you want?
I know.
He had some things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently a lot of things.
Yeah.
Well, I saw the original video of him playing the guitar solo,
Whatever
quote
that
unquote.
was, I don't know.
And then there was a video.
As a guitar player.
Yeah.
As a professional
right.
guitar
And you're
player,
you're
give
looking
us
at it
your
like,
expert
Okay.
insight.
The expert insight and opinion, thank you, is nobody plays guitar like that with the two fingers like you're a bass player.
Yeah.
Nobody plays a guitar solo like that. That's the first thing. Like, where's the guitar pick if you're playing a solo like that? Or if you're a classical musician, you're playing with all 5 fingers like actual finger picking. You're not, playing a bass.
Basing it.
Yeah, you're not basing it. Cello, you got a bass. And the audio didn't fully match up. And then I sent you the video of, I didn't recognize the guy. I guess it's the guy from Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, Durst.
Yeah.
Fred Durst.
Who, yeah, I don't know them.
Like a chainsaw. I'll cut your ass raw.
Okay. Anyway.
It's a pretty good song.
Luckily, I'm not familiar. And he came out with a video on Instagram saying there's no way that he is playing that guitar solo. And then I just sent you again at one of his latest shows. The guy from Limp Bizkit was there, brought out a chair to the front stage and sat there and said, I want to watch him play this solo. No tracks, nothing. And I allegedly he did it.
Well, apparently the joke is on us because according to Corey, it's supposed to be awful.
Oh, but it sounded good. It sounded okay.
Corey recently faced allegations that he wasn't actually playing his solo, but
Right.
faking it. And his response was, quote, actually, dude, I'm playing every single note of it, if that's what you call them. I'm laughing so hard because that would imply some great guitarist played it for me, and I'm an air guitarist. But the best part is, I'm not even that good, hence the Guitar Hero faces. The song is called, wait for it, The Joke. It's been great trolling you. Let's do it again sometime. Oh, so he's trying to play it off as a joke.
Oh,
okay.
It's kind of taking the Hunter Biden art strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put out crap. Yeah.
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 Well,
Okay.
so you've both seen this, and I haven't. I feel like the luckiest man in the room right now.
You haven't seen the Corey? Okay.
No. I don't need to. I'm good. I'm
No,
trying to quit.
You're gonna
I'm
watch
trying
it.
to quit.
You're gonna see it.
I don't really want to.
I only saw like the last 20 seconds of it, and that's all you really need to see.
Right.
And it's horrible. It's horrible. It's about as bad as this.
You asked me not to tell her so I locked it deep away. That I could make it different.
Corey Feldman, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
Corey Feldman.
Why are you doing this to me?
Because you forced me to play Corey Feldman for you.
I asked not to. You forced Corey Feldman in my ear hole without my consent.
Now
That's assault.
You're going to be out of tune for a week.
I know a lot of you are already on my side. And for you naysayers, I have 2 strong words for you. Come on. Come on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, sure. All right.
We'll be right back with Charlotte County Speaks on News Radio 1580 WCCF.
We went on our honeymoon, and he wanted us to get matching tattoos. I said, instead of tattoos, why don't we just start collecting spoons like old people do? When they travel, that's a thing. And he said, oh my God, let's get tattoos of those spoons. We'll like get a cabinet tattooed on our backs, and then everywhere that we go, we'll get a different spoon tattoo. I was like, wow, I would rather get a plate in my head and collect magnets.
I saw a young woman recently. She had a guy's name tattooed across the back of her neck. I guess it didn't work out. Instead of having it removed, she just tattooed a black line through his name. Kind of looks like a to-do list.
Not Corey Feldman. News Radio 1580, 100.9 FM, WCCFradio.com. Just about 10:49 here at Charlotte County Speaks. Little Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. A little live big music, heavy music.
Mm-hmm. It's heavy, bro.
Heavy, bro. Hey, speaking of bros.
No way.
You know that Woody Harrelson and Ted Danson have a podcast together? Huh. Everybody's doing a podcast now.
You got to do the podcast.
It's called Where Everybody Knows Your Name, and they had a fun story about a time they played hooky from Cheers, and it kind of backfired on them. It was a day when most of the filming involved all the female characters, so the guys took off and went on a ride on John Ratzenberger's new boat, Cliffy. And when they got there, Ted and Woody were already high. Kelsey Grammer had been up the entire night playing cards, so he went straight to the lower bunk and slept the whole trip. Woody suggested that Ted join him in taking mushrooms. Ted had never done mushrooms, and Ted was hungry, so he ended up ingesting, quote, an extraordinary amount of them. In the middle of the ocean, they hit some huge swells that were left over from a hurricane in Mexico, so everyone who wasn't high got seasick. Meanwhile, Woody was just kicking back, but Danson started freaking out from the shrooms, and George had to save him. Ted says, quote, you spent the next 45 minutes poking me about every minute or two and said, breathe, because I would literally forget to breathe and feel like I was dying, and then you'd poke me.
Okay.
Ted called the trip the worst 4 hours of his life, but he said he's ready to do shrooms again.
There you go.
Ouch. I found the Coca-Cola Oreo here. Have you seen the picture? And sure enough, they're doing Oreos that are Coca-Cola cookies. So there's the picture of the can and the package.
No.
There's that.
No.
Yeah. So I'll show it on camera here. Yes, you can see it. And so it is. No. Both will hit store shelves on September 9th. The limited edition Oreo Coca-Cola sandwich cookie boasts the distinctive red and black design featuring two unique base cakes, one classic chocolate that contains Coca-Cola syrup, and one red-colored golden embossed with Coca-Cola designs, stuffed with a smooth white-colored creme. The base cakes are paired with a Coca-Cola taste fans know and love, and popping candies. Oh, and popping candies that bring the fizz sensation to every bite.
No.
And now the Coca-Cola Oreo Zero Sugar limited edition.
Oh, zero sugar.
Yeah.
Millions of chemicals.
Yes.
But
no
sugar.
Yes.
No sugar.
It features the smooth fusion of a refreshing Coca-Cola taste with flavorful hints inspired by Oreo cookies, creating an unparalleled experience.
Oh, do tell us what's it pair with.
Yeah. So I told you, it's to make Oreo fans out of Coca-Cola lovers and Coca-Cola fans out of Oreo
We
lovers.
will already like
Those
both.
are called fat
Why
people.
did you have to?
They're fans of both.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're already fans of each other.
Yeah.
How much
Where's,
sugar?
Where's the Funyun Mountain Dew?
Yes, that's what I want. That's what I want.
There you go.
Love me some Funyuns.
Yes.
Oh, when I was a kid, Funyuns were awesome. When they first came out, everybody loved the Funyuns.
Bugles.
I was surprised. And Bugles, too. Yeah, put them on your finger. I didn't know they still made Funyuns.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
I don't eat
It was
them,
pretty
but
cool.
I see them.
Let's see what else we don't know.
And now it's time for
Random facts.
Got a couple of stories here. You want to hear just the headlines before we go to our 5 random facts? Just the headlines. Somebody turned a leaky fire hydrant into a goldfish pond, causing major drama. Guy crashed in his car into a house, offered the homeowner $50,000 not to call the police.
Oof. That's a double charge right there.
Number 1 of your 5 random facts, everything's bigger in Texas, including donkeys. The world record for the tallest donkey was set in 2013 by Romulus, a 9-year-old American mammoth jackstock who measured 17 hands, or 5 feet 8, which is tall for a donkey.
17 hands.
That's a big ass.
Yeah, 17 hands. That's how they measure horse-type creatures. 1 month, number 2, 1 month before Seinfeld debuted in 1989, Jason Alexander won a Tony for Best Leading Actor in a Musical for Jerome Robbins' Broadway.
That's cool. He still does.
Yeah, he still
directs
does a ton
and
of
writes
yeah.
and does a ton of musical theater.
That's fabulous.
Number 3.
Yeah.
The winner
Super.
of the first Indianapolis 500 in 1911 had an average speed of just under 75 miles an hour. This year's winner averaged 168. Number 4. 4% of the sand on Normandy Beach is broken down shrapnel from D-Day.
Wow.
That's cool.
That is
I mean,
cool.
not really, but
Not
cool.
for your feet. Not if you step on a big one.
Interesting.
There you go.
Interesting.
Better
There you go.
selection of verbiage.
And finally, number 5 of your 5 random facts, roughly 40% of Mississippi voters are black, a greater share than in any other state. It's less than 1% in Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, and Utah. Racist bastards, and there's your 5 random facts.
Okay.
No, it's just blacks don't want to live there.
No.
It's cold.
It's not.
So, what character was featured in every single episode of Seinfeld, but never once was actually on the show?
Oh, Bob Sacamano. No? Who?
Don't know.
Superman.
Oh, he had
Seinfeld
the.
was a Superman fan.
Oh, yeah.
So in
Well, he
every
has had a
episode, there was
Superman
something with
sitting up
Superman
there,
in every
yeah.
single episode.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, there you go.
Cool.
There you go.
Yeah.
I've contributed.
Good job.
Thank you.
That's awesome. He did. He contributed.
Yay!
Yeah, that's cute. Megan, are you going to contribute at all? No.
That's
not going to
Get
contribute.
a thumbs up.
Thumbs
There
up.
you
That's a contribution.
It is.
I contributed. I donated to the
Yes,
to
you
the
did.
studio.
You did. I don't know if I want to leave that here though. That should go home.
It'll look good.
We're gonna have to figure out how to
Yes, put it
put
on
it
the
up
wall.
in here without it falling off the wall.
Yes. And folks,
Hitting
you can
Bob in the back
watch
of the head.
Yeah. You can watch the episode of Charlotte County Speaks from today at some
I know.
point.
I forgot you haven't been here for a while, so
I know.
I forgot there
I
was a
video.
camera in front of me for 2 hours.
Yes, and on the Freedom Chronicles
Did I
Rumble
pick my
page
nose?
and YouTube channel and Spotify page, go watch the episode with Columbo running for Circuit Court. That's up on YouTube and Rumble and Spotify,
Okay.
and
All right.
same with the 2 hours with Mike Armstrong.
Okay.
From the other week, so that was good. Yeah.
And we'll eventually be there. And you're playing again where?
Friday night over at Leroy's in downtown Punta Gorda from 9 to midnight. Mike Imbasciani and his Blues Rockers, MikeImbasciani.com.
And there's been a change up this week at Visani in the Comedy Zone. Frank Del Pizzo came down with the Rona.
Oh.
He's got the COVID. Or he's got a cold.
Yeah.
And anyway, he's not going to be here. But Greg Hahn
Oh.
is coming to... Greg Hahn, Rob
gonna be great,
Churchill.
man.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. High five. Come on. Don't leave me hanging. I got me. He's hilarious.
Yes.
He'll be on the show tomorrow, as well as your headliner this week at Visani in the Comedy Zone. Rob Churchill will be featuring Visani.net for all the information. Get your tickets right there.
Nice.
All right, hurry up and do that.
Yes.
Where are you performing at this weekend there, Mr. Jason Brunt?
I'm going to be performing in my backyard with the lawnmower.
Oh,
yes,
very
that's
nice.
what we will
Are
be
you
doing.
Are you a rider mower or are you a walk behind?
Oh, I burn the calories, man. Push it.
Good man.
Push it in the
good
heat.
man.
I wait till
That's what I
2:30
like
and
to
make
hear.
it even more miserable.
Yeah,
I ride.
Yeah, he's a rider.
I'm a
Got
zero
his little-
turner.
Got his little Yeti full of iced beverage.
No, I need to do the
Tunes
Yeti.
playing.
I do have
Full
the tunes.
disclosure, it's an electric lawnmower, so it's not that.
Oh, wow.
Brother,
He was doing so good, and then
I know. It was cheap. It was
I had an electric weed whacker.
I have the electric weed whacker.
But-
It chews through the batteries.
Yes. Yeah, I bought 2 batteries for it. They went out. I went and priced out two new batteries. And I'm like, well, for a few bucks more, I can just buy a gas-powered weed whacker.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. And I'm very
I will
happy
say this.
now.
This is a plug-in, so it's not battery-powered.
Okay.
And this thing will plow through the most dense grass.
Nice.
Like my mower, the gas mower, bogged out all the time.
Yeah.
I probably won't get another one except for the electric. It'll go through anything. I could take down the redwoods.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, as long as you're happy.
Okay.
I mean, I'm
Just
I'm
park
not,
it. Just don't park it in the garage, man.
I wear
It's
the
gonna blow up on
I wear
you.
the fake
Did you hear-
glasses.
I have
That
the,
just
I have
happened.
the whole Hannibal Lecter mask.
Mercedes-Benz EV in China catches fire in the bottom of an. It wasn't plugged in. It
just-
wasn't running. It was sitting there. Caused 27 other cars to burn up. They had to evacuate the entire apartment complex. A couple of people went to the hospital from the inhalation.
Eesh. EVs.
Yeah. I won't do it.
Nope.
Go nuclear.
Yeah, there you go.
Little
There
mini
you go.
reactor cars.
Worked out fine for Hiroshima.
Hey, I was on a ship. I was on a nuke-powered ship.
Yeah.
Ran
Likewise.
You
just
only
fine.
lost your hair.
Yeah, all I did was lose my hair.
We had 8.
Well, then it just
8
migrated to my
reactors.
back,
That's
really.
true,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just went
USS
south.
Enterprise, 8 nuclear reactors.
5.
5?
Yes.
I had 8. Thought I had 8. Why do I feel retarded now? Great way to close the show.
It's scrap.
USsurvey.org.
It's scrap. It's like my ship, the Long Beach. They were built side by side together, the Enterprise and the Long Beach.
Okay.
And sadly, they're both scrap.
Yeah.
Millions of dollars.
Well, they were talking about making it a floating museum, which I thought would have been
That
brilliant.
would have been
Would've
awesome.
brilliant.
That
But
would have
they're
been
just
awesome.
going to tear it
They
up,
just
but I guess the
cut
next
it up for scrap.
The next one that they're building is going to be called the Enterprise again, and they're going
Oh,
to
good.
reutilize some of the parts for
I hope so. I hope
historic
so.
reasons, which we'll never see. Because
All right, kids. Talk to you tomorrow. Have a great day.
Adios.
Anybody got any more jokes? Anything funny? No? No? All right. See you, folks.
We're News Radio 1580 AM WCCF Punta Gorda and FM 100.9 W265 EA Punta Gorda.